Once upon a time, in days long past, at the foot of majestic mountains, there lived a rabbit named Pırpır. Rather than hiding in the dark corners of the forest, Pırpır preferred to make his home atop the very highest peak. Each morning, before the sun had fully risen, he would bound among the rocky crags, perching just below the clouds, to gaze in wonder at distant valleys, lakes, and the vast sea of trees below. The pine-scented breeze filled his heart with an indescribable peace, yet despite his brave heart, Pırpır had one weakness. He was terrified of caves. No matter how glittering or mysterious they appeared, the dark tunnels within would always make him tremble. Once, as a child, he peered into the mouth of a deep forest cavern and mistook the echo of dripping water for the breath of a monster, and from that day on, he never ventured near a cave again. One day, Pırpır received a long, colorful letter from his beloved cousin Topik, who had settled in a small cave near the valley. It read, "Dear Pırpır, I've discovered a path down into the valley and found a cozy new home in a cave at its heart. Inside, you'll hear a gentle stream and see walls studded with glowing crystals. It's the perfect place for us to have adventures together. I miss you dearly. Please come visit. Love, Topik." Pırpır read the letter over and over. Each time, he tried to summon the courage to go, but his fear of caves weighed heavily on him. Still, his longing to see his cousin proved stronger. The next morning, he took a deep breath of the crisp mountain air, felt a small spark of courage in his chest, and set out. He carefully descended the steep slopes. The paths were slick with loose stones, and at every step, rocks would tumble down. All the while, his mind echoed with doubts. What if it's pitch black inside? What if I get lost? Yet he kept repeating to himself, "Topik is waiting for me. I must conquer my fear." As he descended, the familiar pines gave way to linden and beech trees. The cheerful song of birds guided him until he finally reached the valley's edge. There, at last, he found Topik's cave, its stone walls faintly shimmering, and the soft sound of water flowing out of its mouth. Pırpır's heart thumped with both fear and excitement. Topik stood at the entrance, beaming. "Welcome, Pırpır. Don't be afraid. This place is very safe." Pırpır hesitated, his ears twitching, but then he took a step inside. True enough, it was dark, but a single candle lit by Topik and the phosphorescent glow of crystals in the walls bathed the chamber in a gentle light. A clear stream trickled across the floor, and the sound of dripping water sounded to Pırpır like a lullaby. Topik led him deeper to show him the cave's hidden corner. On the walls were delicate patterns carved over centuries by dripping water, like a painter's masterpiece. With each cautious step, Pırpır felt his fear ebb away, replaced by a warmth that came from within. Suddenly, thunder rumbled beyond the valley. A storm was approaching. The wind howled so fiercely that its roar echoed even inside the cave. Topik looked worried. "The weather will turn harsh out there. Let's stay here until it passes." For the first time, Pırpır felt truly safe in a cave. He curled up beside Topik, who offered him a cozy blanket, and together they ventured further into the cavern. Throughout the storm, they sat amid the dancing lights of the crystals and talked about everything under the sky. From the mountain peaks to the forest's deepest glades, from the flight paths of birds to the tails of stars. With every story Topik told, Pırpır relaxed more, realizing his fear had been nothing but a myth. When the storm finally ceased and the rain stopped, they heard a new sound inside the cave, a faint, distant melody. Topik touched Pırpır's shoulder. Did you know there's an ancient passage in this cave? Few ever find it. Shall we try? They followed the sound of the faint music to a section of wall carved with mysterious symbols. Topik pushed a single stone, and a narrow passage revealed itself. Its walls were covered in age-old moss and tiny, glimmering crystals. Pırpır's heart raced with excitement as Topik held out his paw. If you'd like, we can take this passage out to a safe spot above. Then we can watch the calm after the storm. Taking a deep breath, Pırpır let go of his last trace of fear and stepped into the passage with Topik. The tunnel led them upward to a ledge among the treetops. When they emerged, the forest below was washed clean by rain, and the sky was a brilliant blue. The first rays of sunlight dripped like diamonds from the leaves. Birds sang joyously, and a gentle mist rose from the valley. Pırpır inhaled deeply and said, "Topik, I've never entered a cave before today. I was frightened when the storm came, but now I see there was nothing to fear." Topik smiled and replied, "Every fear is a secret waiting to be discovered. Courage is the first step your heart